Let's go. Let's go. Bang, bang. Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another amazing episode of F.A.W.B, the podcast about everything martial arts. I'm your host, Naughty Nate. Sorry guys, I've been kind of on a hiatus. We moved. We're in the process of moving from Oregon back to Vancouver. I'm a lot closer to the gym now, so I've been putting in a lot more time there. I'm a bit brain dead today, so excuse me. My first week back where I'm training consecutive every single day, trying to pick it up. And yeah, I'm just tired, guys. But I'm excited to have my guest on today. He's been a fan of the show for a long time. I'm a huge fan of his. Met him over at the Scrapyard. And yeah, I'm excited to have him on today to talk about his experience with martial arts and with the Scrapyard. So without further ado, let me introduce Lucky Lefty. Boom, welcome to the show, bro.
What's going on, man?
Not much, man. Not much. Just acclimating to the new place. Trying to get the new setup going. Don't fully have everything set up yet, so sorry if the lighting's a little bit off, guys. Get to see all my wrinkles and all that shit. But yeah, man, just staying busy. What about you, bro? What have you been up to?
Not much. I ended up having to move over the Christmas holidays, so did that, and between that and trying to stay on top of my bag work and all that pad work for the next fight, that's about it.
Yeah, did you finally move out of Canada, or are you still up there?
No, I'm still in Canada. I just ended up moving spots. I'm in the same city and stuff. Just downsizing, same as you.
That's awesome, man. I mean, moving could be a blessing and a curse. That's what I always tell people. I mean, because same with us, like the process of moving is always a bitch, man. Like, I mean, I don't think there's any way around that. But once you get settled in, you get used to the new routine, you get your stuff in the places that you want them, it starts to be like less of a burden. But that whole transitional phase, man, it's such a bitch to get your routine back in order and all that. I mean, at least I have a hard time with it sometimes. But I'm glad. Are you settled in? Are you all, getting your shit back together?
Yeah, we downsized a lot of stuff. Putting a lot of stuff in storage kind of thing, because we plan to travel, because I want to be able to make the fights as much as I can. And because it's only a 10-hour drive for me to get to the border, and then it's like 2 hours.
Only?
Yeah.
only a 10 hours drive, bro.
Yeah, that's an easy drive for me.
Yeah.
But then it's only 2 hours from the border. So like I want to be able to travel more to make the fights, and just got a lot of plans in the future for traveling and stuff. But yeah, I want to be able to make the fights more and stuff. So we just downsized a lot of shit and got rid of a lot of stuff.
That's pretty amazing that you're kind of, shaping your whole lifestyle around competing, and specifically going and competing over at the Scrapyard, man. You made quite a splash over there in your debut, drawing the 135 boxing champion, Mr. Gilchrist, right out the gate, bro. But before we talk about the match, why don't you tell me a little bit about your martial arts background? Did you grow up training? Have you been involved in combat sports for a while? Give us a little history.
No, not necessarily training to like fight or anything, or for exhibition or anything. Actually, how it started was actually a pro wrestling. I had a pro wrestling promoter come up to me and ask if I was interested in pro wrestling. So awesome. Yeah, I ended up doing that for 4 years. That was a real kick. It was something. It's not as easy as people think it is. It's really.
I wouldn't imagine it's easy at all. I mean, they take a lot of abuse to your body.
Oh yeah, 100%. I wrestled through high school and stuff. So just being able to grapple and move around and have the fluidity to move like that and stuff, and put it to a repertoire for wrestling character was really cool. So I ended up doing that for 4.5 years. I traveled around Canada. I wrestled everywhere. I've done hundreds of shows.
What was your wrestler name? What'd you go
Damien
under?
Black.
Damian Black?
Yeah.
That's awesome, bro. Were you able to do any like off the top rope type stuff? The shooting star. I think that's the backflip one, or
Yeah,
like
that's a gator flip. A shooting star? No, no. Mostly just your basic aerial moves like frog splashes and
oh, that's sick, bro.
cross bodies and stuff like that. I was doing like
Mhm.
top rope hurricanranas. I don't know if you know what that is.
Yeah. I do not. I do not. No.
Uh, it's pretty much it's where you sit the person on the top of the turnbuckle in the corner on the top rope, and then you climb up the top rope in front of them, and then
Mm.
you flip backwards, but you wrap your legs around their
Oh
head or on their
yeah,
neck,
yeah. I've seen that.
and then you flip backwards and they flip them off the rope. So like a lot of like luchador Mexican wrestling style stuff like that. I did that for 4 years. I beat my body up doing that. But in the middle of all that, as my career was changing here and there, I was getting older. I was about 15 when I started wrestling. At that time, UFC and MMA and all that was just coming out. Like that was by then it was like what? Like UFC 5 or 3 or like it
Yeah,
wasn't
I'd be
early
in
90s
early.
it came out,
Yeah,
right? Right.
yeah.
So nobody really even knew about it really at the time, right? Like pay-per-view, like the cage fights, it wasn't really a huge thing like back then. But I started going to gyms, boxing gyms, kickboxing gyms, and I started sitting in
Mhm.
classes and watching people throwing kicks and punches and doing the form and learning the movement and stuff. And then like from there, I just kind of just sat in the back of classes and got the chance to spar and just learn. Just sit in the back and
Pick
learn.
up
And I got
through nutrition, huh? Just
yeah, and I
showing up,
pretty much got
watching.
chances to spar and that was really it. Because I'm also like one of those people that can be a visual learner. Like I can sit there and watch something
Mm-hmm.
just multiple times and go home and practice and do it myself. Like so I never really got the chance to fight anyone per se, but I
Mm-hmm.
did do sparring. I did get in some classes here and there for kickboxing and boxing and stuff. So I mean, I never
Yeah.
really trained to fight or not that. I just got the chances to do it and was doing it because at that time too, I was still in the middle of my wrestling career. So throwing high head kicks and doing all that stuff was like, it was cool to throw into my repertoire of wrestling when I was doing moves and stuff. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I was also one of those kids that grew up. I mean, I was born in 85. So, mid to late 80s,
Outside,
90s, growing
yeah.
up watching like Jean-Claude Van Damme and Steven
Mm-hmm. Blood
Seagal and all
sport,
those guys,
bro.
Bruce Lee and like all those guys that were doing fighting
Man,
and stuff, it's just
I
like that
just watched Kickboxer.
kick,
What was it
right?
last night? Yeah,
Oh
go right.
man.
When I was laying down to go to bed, I always throw on like a movie or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Freaking watch Kickboxer, thinking I was just gonna pass out to. I watched that whole damn movie, bro. I was like,
I
yeah,
love
I
it. That's
remember
one of
that.
my
Yeah,
classics, man, right?
yeah, I love
I'm a
it.
huge Muay Thai fan. Like I like Tony Jaa, like Ong
Mm,
Bak and stuff like that. The way he uses his elbows and knees. Like I've always been into martial arts. I've always liked doing it and stuff. But
mm-hmm.
wrestling too, just in general, wrestling, I'm good at it. So
What
I
was that
thought of
lifestyle like, if you don't mind me asking? Because so like I've never been in the pro wrestling scene myself. I've been a
right,
fan of it. I've watched it and stuff like that, but I became more of a fan of it when I started learning kind of like some of the backstories of some of the
right,
wrestlers. Turns out like these guys were like rock stars, bro. These guys were going into town. I mean, you're on the road, as you know, like every weekend. Uh
24/7,
yeah,
365. Like, yeah,
nonstop. That's what they're saying. They're only, what is it? They're on the road 320 days out of the year.
yep,
So they're going to town and they live like rock stars. I mean, they're drinking, drugs and all that fun stuff. I guess some people can call it fun. I don't think it's fun anymore.
right.
But when you're young and you're being wild like that, this is what these guys are. So I thought that was pretty crazy to hear about. Like some of these guys are going out there performing, and like they're drunk off their ass.
Yeah,
And some of those like behind the scenes stories to me were always a little bit more entertaining because they're kind of raw and real.
right.
Did you have any of those experiences when you're traveling around? Did you kind of like, get into a bunch
Oh
of
yeah.
that lifestyle?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, I started when I was 15. So like, I mean, I was getting into the bar underage and stuff. Like it was pretty crazy. Like,
I bet, man.
but we had many a drunken stupors in many cities around here and stuff. And it was,
Some crazy times, huh?
there's some stories,
Yeah.
man. There's some stories. I mean, we had one time we were in Kitimat, BC, and we were doing autographs, and some teenager snuck in through a back door and ended up getting to where our ring gear was, and they stole one of the tag team guys'. Do you remember like the Legion of Doom back in the 80s, 90s? Hawk and Animal, they wore the big red shoulder pads. Yeah.
With the
So they had
spikes?
they had the spikes and stuff. They kind of had the same getup kind of thing, but the guy ended up getting a hold of it and running for the door, and we ended up grabbing him and stuff. But like, we've had drunken stupors and like at the bar. And like, just
I bet, man.
I don't even know how to get into it, man. I would need more time. I would need more time, man. But I've had some pretty crazy goes, because we would train for 2 weeks straight, and every second Sunday is when we do a house show at our gym. We do a house show. We could hold like 50 people or something in the building, and we do a house show. But then like, we'd also go on the road and we do like 4 or 5 different little cities, towns. And it's like, we have to carry the ring, the posts, the gear, put it all together by hand, which is like, it's heavy. It's like, quite the work.
Living like a carny or something like
that. Yeah.
Just traveling around, performing, and
so it's train. Yeah. Train. Yeah.
That would keep you in shape. I mean, it's rough on the body too. The recovery time is non-existent, so you learn to be tough for sure.
And I'm 40 now, man. So yeah, I feel it.
I bet, man. I'm close. I feel it too, bro. It's ridiculous how you can't beat time, right?
That's right.
I hate it.
That's right.
But I can see how a lot of that training and mental fortitude can translate over into combat sports. One of the things in particular some people probably don't talk about is the stage fright factor. Like, if you're used to performing in front of a crowd, it's probably not a big deal to you to get in there and, again, perform in front of a bunch of eyes, where some people, they know that they're being watched, they're on camera, they get a little bit of that stage fright, and that can really disrupt their, debut. You went in there and it looked like, you were comfortable as can be. You went in there and you're exchanging really well. I thought that the fight was exciting, for the lot of time that it was. I mean, we can get into the match here in a minute. But yeah, it was an exciting match. Prior to you coming out to the yard, though, how did you hear about it?
I've been watching Scrapyard on Facebook and YouTube for like, what is it, 2026 now? So since like 2024. I've been watching it for quite a while, and then just like more and more fights I saw, I was like, man, I gotta get into this.
Yeah,
I gotta get into this. Of all the training and stuff that I did, I was like, why not? I mean, what's the worst that's gonna happen to me? Like,
right? Yeah,
get knocked out.
Yeah, exactly. Right. What's the worst gonna happen? Get knocked out and ruin my whole life? Not a big deal. No, you've been in fights prior to this, though, right?
Yeah, I have been. Yeah, they used to have an underground bare knuckle club here back in the day, a legal one. Yeah. So a lot of people were throwing fists. And it went on for a while until people got wind of it, and then the cops found out, and they broke that up real quick.
And you were a part of that. You competed in that, correct?
Yeah, I fought in that a couple of times, but I mean, I got my fucking ass beat, but like, I didn't get knocked out.
Oh man, bare knuckled, man, you get cut up pretty easily doing that. What was the community like though in comparison to the bare? Yeah, that's what I want to talk about, because I've done some of these backyard, not so legal type of events as well. And that's what I was expecting when I first went to the scrapyard. I was expecting that type of atmosphere, and to my surprise, it's, at least from my experience, it was not like that. How do you feel your experience went? What would you say is the difference between, these not so legal backyard brawls and what the scrapyard's doing?
Well, from what I saw from another organization, I won't drop any names, but
Mhm.
when you got like, people masked up and you never see their faces and stuff, that's pretty shady. That would make me feel uncomfortable to fight there because if something happens to you, you don't know if those people are going to watch over you and make sure you're good. You know,
True.
I like to know who I'm in a setting with, and like people that are masked up, not showing their faces at all is a little shady. But when I went to the scrapyard, from the moment I got up into the little grassy parking lot spot there where Fire Chicken has us parked, man, I was the first person to roll up. For the
Mhm.
October show, I was the first person to roll up. It was
That's
nothing
a
but,
great event to roll up to
oh man,
debut in.
it was great. Like he was standing there just chilling, talking to him. Other fighters started rolling up. And once everyone started rolling in there, it was good. It was good vibe. I felt safe. I felt nothing but positive vibes, man.
Mhm.
Yeah, made friends instantly. Talked to a lot of people and stuff, and yeah, nothing but a positive vibe, man. Like,
Kind of
I,
funny that it's still an event where people go and like I mean we're there to beat each other up, right?
yeah,
But you do have such a like I said, a positive vibe being there that it's like, oh man, are we here to like, have a barbecue or are we here to fight? And it's surprising sometimes how many competitive matches the scrapyard provides with the like you said, the atmosphere being what it is, because it's hard to fight your friends sometimes
well,
and they
like
quickly become your buddies.
once you're on the outside of like when you're on the outside of the cage is one thing. You can be friends, you can make really good
Mhm.
friends with other people there, but then when it comes down to where you're going to end up having to fight them, once you step inside that cage and that door closes, all friendship and shit, not I don't mean it seriously, but all
No, I get what
everything's
you
off.
mean.
Everything's off.
Mhm.
I'm there to fight. Now the door's closed, we're there to fight. That's it. But when we step back outside that cage, it's all love again.
Yeah, I mean, that's awesome that you're able to make that switch. Do you think being a professional wrestler, it's kind of much like the same thing? Once you step in that ring, it's like it's all business. Do you think that that kind of helped you develop that separation from this is my buddy compared to like, hey, this is somebody that I'm competing against?
Oh, 100%.
That's
100%.
great.
Yeah. Like being in front of people, I just shut that shit off. Like I
Mhm.
don't, I phase everything out. I just get the tunnel vision. It's what's in front of me is that's my object. That's what I'm going towards. That's what I'm going for.
Love
Yeah.
it, man. Hell
Right.
yeah. So when you were matched up against Mr. Gilchrist, did you know he was the current champion? Have you
Oh
ever
yeah.
seen him pop? Oh, you were familiar with his style and his previous matches?
Oh yeah.
Mhm. Did you have any like I guess nerves or reserves about going in there, or were you excited to face the champion?
No, I had no stage fright or nothing or jitters at all. When I showed up there, I was chilling out, talking to other fighters and stuff. Once they started matching up fights, and then they put up the names up on the board, I looked and I'm like, oh, it just dawned on me. I'm just like, no way,
Mm-hmm.
right? I got a hold of
Yeah,
my wife.
yeah.
I text my wife and I'm like, yo, I'm fighting Mr. Gilchrist. Like we were just watching his fights before I came out here. Like right?
Mhm.
But that's a whole other thing. To see him, like watching him on YouTube, sitting at home, seeing how he moves and all that. That's one thing. You're like, oh yeah, okay. But then when you're in there with the person, that's totally different,
Always different. Yeah,
right?
I know. I always let the trolls know that online. It's like I always invite them out. Like, hey, if you think you can do better, step out behind the screen and come out to the yard and see. You'll be in for a rude awakening, man. When you got a punches coming at your face compared to, like you said, being on the outside of the ring, watching punches go at somebody else. It's completely different. That timing, the spacing, all of that stuff. It's real when you're inside the ring. And Gilchrist, he's a tough kid. He's very explosive too in his striking. He finds
He,
that opening and he just
yeah,
unloads,
yeah,
right? Were you surprised by the style when you faced off against him?
a little bit, yeah. Because I mean, to be honest, from all the fights that I've seen of his, it seemed like he had no problems like standing and banging with the person, like being toe to toe.
Mhm.
But then with me, I felt it was a little bit different. And he was doing that Mike Tyson bob and weave peekaboo. And I've never had anybody do that to me. So like
Mhm.
when it was backing me up, it was just like, it was really throwing me off. because I've never
Yeah.
had anybody move in like that. Like he covered so much ground with that. It just
Mhm.
threw me off completely. I've never had anybody come in like that on me. People will roll and pivot and rotate and weave around and all that. But the way he
Mhm.
came in all forward like that, I was like, what? I've never had that.
Yeah, he was extremely difficult to hit with that
Ex-
bob and weave, and he like you said, he did cover a lot of ground. I mean, he has a lot of reach, for his size. So for him to even cover, a couple feet on you and then throw those hands, I mean, that's an advantage for sure.
It put me on the guard right away because I didn't know how to react to it. Because like every time he's so low, I can't punch him in the back of the head. I mean,
Mhm.
and he was covering so much ground doing it. It just like totally threw me off. It backed me up right to the cage. So I just was like, oh man, like I just got to. I didn't know
Yeah,
what to do. It just threw me off.
and
I've never had that before. I've never had anybody do that before.
shout out to him on his boxing
100%.
IQ. It's definitely gone up through his experience. I've seen the kid kind of grow from his first match to where he is now, and sometimes you get competitors that are naturally talented, and everybody I feel like has some natural ability for sure. But where Gilchrist, I feel like he excels quite a bit, naturally, is that he's a bit of a like he's a thinker for sure, and he really dissects the sports, and he's looking for strategy. He's not looking just to get in there and bang, even though that ends up being the case sometimes. But a lot of times when he ends up getting in those exchanges, I feel he finds his angle and then he unloads. So it's almost like he finds the entry and then exploits the entry quite a bit. And he's just gotten better at doing that, and he's gotten better at fighting to his opponent. Based off of what his opponent can do, he's good at dissecting them and kind of developing a strategy on the spot to put them at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
And that could be why he's the champ right now. Big ups to the kid. I still feel like in that match, and nothing against anybody that was reffing and all that stuff, because I know that everybody's doing the best they can and there's fighter safety and all that. But I feel like you had more in you um, prior to. I feel like you had more in you, and the match got stopped. The match was stopped. I think that
100%.
it should have been an 8 count, and it was a stoppage. Now again, referees there, we're all trying to do our best. I've ref there and I've messed up. So I don't really, get on anybody for the
No.
fighter safety aspect of it. I just am excited to see the rematch that eventually is going to happen. I'm actually excited to see you back in the ring come the 24th, anyways. But I think at some point in the future, you guys definitely need to run it back. I think once you guys do, that's going to be a very exciting match. It's going to be explosive. You guys were exchanging really well with each other. You fight the same way, kind of like he does, where you're not scared to get in there and exchange and really throw your hands. And that's always, as a fan, that's always exciting to see.
Yeah, I feel like you said, nothing on the refs or nothing. Everyone makes mistakes, but I feel like I should have got an 8 count because I never got an 8 count at all.
Mhm.
So I
Right.
feel like, yeah, like easily, like I could have kept going. Like, yeah, no, it's nothing against Gilchrist, but like, yeah, like he was putting on mad pressure and he was doing good. But I feel like, yeah, there's only 30 seconds left. And plus, I never got an 8 count. And it was just like, it could
Yeah.
have kept going easily, but it is what it is. We want to run it back. And then I signed up for the one on the 24th here, and then he signed up right away after. So I'm hoping they're throwing
Well,
us together again.
yeah, we'll definitely see. I know that sometimes rematches may take a little bit of time. Fire Chicken doesn't like to do immediate rematches unless there's like a beef or something like that. But we'll see, man. I know I'm looking forward to it. I think it would be an exciting match to see again.
I
And I think you guys definitely will go the distance, unless somebody catches somebody clean on the chin.
right, right.
You guys are both going to get in there and bang and take those hits. I mean, you're pretty conditioned, like you said, taking all that punishment in professional wrestling, and hell, just being living up north in Canada. That shit's not easy. I've seen some of your videos, bro, where you're out there in freaking 8 feet of snow and shit. That can't be easy,
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah.
No, I mean, I've taken my share of chair shots and all sorts of objects to the head over the years. So it's just
Mhm.
like getting punched in the face or hitting the head. Just like that's nothing for me, man. So it's
Yeah.
and
I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, bro.
right, right.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely it's going to be a different run back. I'm working on my footwork. I'm working on my bags, and I'm working on my pads and stuff. And it's just
Mhm.
putting in some work, but it's going to be totally different this time. And it was my first time stepping into a cage. So it's just like, once you get in there, when you see the cage on YouTube and all that, you're like, oh man, that's awesome, right? You get a kind of
Mhm.
you get a guesstimate of how big the cage is, but then once you stand in there and you get the feeling for it, it's just like, I can see why people's first times getting in there, they might be a little thrown off by it,
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
being
Definitely.
enclosed like that, because it's not a boxing ring, and
Mm-mm.
it's a
It's
cage, right? And,
Yeah, it's more like an octagon almost.
right. But
Um, and yeah, it's caged up. Like, yeah, you can't like push back like you would against some ropes to get out of range. Like when you're pushed up against that wall, you're stuck on that wall. You got to roll off of it or
that's
something because
right.
there is no leaning back.
That's
You
right.
know, they get you on that wall, they're gonna punish you for sure. Are you looking to do any other style of competition, or are you looking to stick with boxing? Because I mean, you have a lot of wrestling background. I would assume that MMA would be kind of more of a fit for you than just straight boxing. So, why did you choose to do? Well, first question: do you want to do any other style? Second question: why did you choose to do boxing when you have all this wrestling background?
I am more of an MMA guy. So like, yeah, I want to do MMA. I want to do kickboxing and Muay Thai and stuff. I'm all into that. I'm totally
Mhm.
down for that. And the reason why I chose boxing, I don't know. I felt like for first fight and just starting off in the scrapyard, I felt like boxing would be a good entryway for me to get a feel for it.
I love it. Okay.
Yeah,
So yeah, you weren't even you went in there trying to learn, because I think you going in there and fighting to your strength may have been putting you at more of an advantage.
right.
So you going in there and be like, no, I'm actually here to learn and build up and see where I'm at with my hands. I think that's a credit to your character and your willingness to put yourself in that deep water to see what you can do, man. I mean, that's a fighter spirit right there for sure. So
Yeah,
kudos
no,
to you,
I mean,
man.
for even for MMA and stuff, taking like body kicks and toe kicks when people teep and stuff like that, that don't bother
Mhm.
me. Like I can take blows like that. It's easy for me. I know it probably sounds like boasting, but like I've put in so much punishment to my body that it's just like I'm immune to that kind of stuff. Like
Mhm.
you really got to crank me a good one to make me feel it. Like you'd have to put me up against somebody that's like double my size for me to feel it, because I've got a good what's that
Good body conditioning?
yeah,
Like,
I guess you can just say that. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, it sounds like it, bro. And like I said, you got to have that if you're going to do those pro wrestling techniques and those maneuvers. I mean, shit, man, I was doing judo the other day. We just got this crash mat over at our gym. So we've been doing like throws and stuff. And just doing one day of doing throws, the next day I was laying on my couch and just getting off the couch was a bitch, bro. My back was all hurting and stuff. So I could only imagine you jumping off of a top rope onto an even less padded mat. It takes quite a bit of punishment. So I
Yeah.
don't envy that at all, man, for
I was
sure.
I was the longest reigning Northwestern champion back in my wrestling days, and I lost it in a ladder match actually, and the ladder was like
Fucking the
a
ladder
good
match?
12, 15 feet. It was a tall ladder. It was a big ladder,
Hmm.
and yeah, it was one hell of a match, man. It was
Yeah.
yeah.
What
Yeah.
was the worst injury that you sustained as a professional wrestler?
Uh, well, um, well, I could okay. Well, one of the worst ones I sustained was we were doing like a pay-per-view show here at our one of our big like complex buildings. It was like one of our like pay-per-view shows, kind of like how
Mhm.
WWE has their, like SummerSlam or
Yeah.
different titles for their like shows, right? Well, we were doing like one of those kind of shows, and I was in a hardcore match. And partway through the match, I was putting Buddy on top of a table, and I was going to do a frog splash off the top rope on him. He was supposed to roll off the table. But when I went up through the air, when I leaped off the top rope, as I was doing my form for my frog splash, as I was coming out and he rolled off the table kicked up sideways like that. And I ended up coming straight down top of the table. Oh, yeah, dude. Broken ribs. Like, you want to talk about pain?
Yeah.
I busted up my ribs so bad, like immediate multiple broken ribs, finished the match, and then went to the hospital. Like, it was like.
So is there like a sign or something when you get injured like that? Because I mean, it's not planned for you to get injured.
No.
Right.
No.
So like when you get injured like that, is there a sign or a call or something to let your partner know, like, hey man, we need to wrap this shit up. I just got messed up pretty good. Or do you just follow script?
Yeah, you stick to the script, but the referee, whoever it is during that match, if they're close enough to you, you can signal them from laying on the ground, being like, I'm injured, like I'm seriously hurt, and then they'll send a signal to the back, letting them know like he's injured and stuff, and then like low key they'll ask you like, can you keep going, like, right, and then they'll be like, yeah, and then like as we progress through the match, and he's when you have long hair, especially in pro wrestling, when they're picking you up off the ground, like you can talk to the person when he's got you like, kind of bent over, he's picking you up by your hair. Low key, nobody can really see your face with your hair down. So you can mumble to him like, hey man, my 2 ribs are broken. We got to wrap this up. So we'll do a little finishing sequence and then, a finishing move and then finish the match. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's what you see.
Freaking slam though. You already got a broken rib and then that initial impact, bro.
Dude, I've been putting garbage cans and in a metal garbage can, and I had 3 or 4 guys beating me with a hockey stick while I'm in the garbage can. Beating the garbage can. I don't know. I've been put through tables. I've been put through tables with the long fluorescent light bulbs, the real long ones. I've had all those broken over my head. I've been wrapped in barbed wire, steel chairs, you name it, dude. I've done it.
Extremely freaking hardcore, man. With doing all the professional wrestling and what seems to be like extremely hardcore type of event. What is your plans with this combat sport? Like, are you trying to go pro at this? Are you looking to do this just because it's something that you enjoy doing, or what's your goals in this?
Going pro, I don't really see that happening. I mean, but for Scrapyard wise, like I'm staying with Scrapyard for life. Like I'm going to make my way up through Scrapyard. I'm going to box for so long. I'm going to try and go for a title shot. I'm for sure with boxing. I'm going to try for that. I'm going to stick with that. And then I'm just going to make my way up through each class in the Scrapyard. I'm going to do boxing. I'm going to do MMA. I'm going to make my way up. I don't plan on going anywhere. I plan on staying at Scrapyard for a long time, man. I'm going to be a contender. I'm going to be a contender for sure.
Okay, so you're committed to grow with the Scrapyard. As the Scrapyard grows, you're going to be a full competitor over there at the Scrapyard. I mean, that's a wonderful goal right there. Having said that, like, who are some of your favorite Scrapyard competitors that you've watched? Do you kind of emulate any of them, or are you just a fan?
Yeah, no. The main person I watched from the start was Lights Out, and I'm like, I seen that. I was like,
to go pro, that?
Yeah, I know. That's awesome. And congrats to him, man, because the guy's a killer. Like, he's
big time. Congrats, bro. He got the 2025 Fighter of the Year, Lights Out. By the way, thank you for bringing him up. He's going to be on the next episode of Kicking It with Chicken and Naughty Nate.
Nice.
That should be next Sunday. We'll be airing that because then we're going to be leading right into Fight Week for the 2026 January event. I believe that's on the 24th. Yeah. So also we'll be doing another watch party. I won't be at that event. I will be cornering Chef in his debut with the NWC here in Vancouver, Washington. But we're definitely going to still have that watch party like we had last time going. I believe Red Fox is going to host it though. But yeah, man, we're gonna watch. Are you looking forward? Is there anybody that maybe you're looking forward to getting matched up with outside of Gilchrist? This is not a call out, guys. Just somebody that maybe he may be excited to be matched up against, because I think that that's normal. Honestly, I think it's okay to look at another competitor and you have that respect for him and be like, man, I really want to compete against you because I think it'll be a learning lesson or just a really good challenge.
Uh, other than Gilchrist, I know Dirty Left wants to run it with me because I mean, Lucky Lefty, Dirty Left. I mean, right?
That'd be good. Yeah.
That'd be,
Who owns
that'd
the
be, that'd
left?
be, yeah, that's right. That'd be a good
Mhm.
one. Frankie Balboa wants to run it with me. That'd be a good one too.
Frankie would be a great
Yeah,
one, bro. Yeah.
yeah, he's good. And there was another guy that he was at the October show. He did a kickboxing match, but he was dressed up as a
Hmm.
convict in an orange jumpsuit. Is his name like
Marauder.
Marauder?
Yes,
I
sir.
saw his kickboxing match when I was standing there, and I was like, "Yo, I want to run one with him." He's a decent dude. I was like, "Yo,
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't mind
Yeah.
running it with him."
Yeah, Marauder. He's very solid Muay Thai techniques. He has very clean techniques. I think that'd be an excellent opponent for you guys. Honestly, you two going against each other, you guys kind of have the same body frame too, and you're not scared to get in there and exchange. So I
No,
think that'd be a fabulous match. He comes to the gym sometimes. He comes through with John Eds, and they'll come through the gym. Actually, John's been coming pretty consistently lately. But Marauder will stop in with him every once in a while, and we'll get some rounds in. So yeah, man, I think that'd be awesome, bro. That's
yeah,
a
I want to get some
wonderful opponent.
time in down there too when I come down there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we can't wait to have you down there. You'd be our second Canadian brother to come through Columbia River Jiu Jitsu. I know we have the Punisher. It's
yeah.
also a Canadian what was it, resident, and he's come through Columbia River Jiu Jitsu. Are you like at all close to Punisher at all? Is there any possibility that you and him would be able to get in some kind of cross training together and create that Canadian powerhouse team that's going to come over here and run the scrapyard?
He's around 9-10 hours from me.
Oh
I'm
man,
up in the
that's
mountains, right? And
unfortunate.
I got to come down from the mountains to come down to Vancouver to get to where he lives to get through the border. So, like,
Okay.
yeah, I mean, there's a chance that we could. I talked to him here and there on Messenger a little bit. I told him, one day hopefully we get together here and we can get some training in together. Shoot the shit, get in some stuff. But other than
Oh
that,
yeah.
yeah,
He's a fantastic training partner, bro. And you guys are about the same size. So I think you guys would be excellent for each other because I mean it's you can, progress with a training partner and it's like bigger than you or somebody that's smaller than you. But when you have somebody that's like your size and around your ability, you have that rival, you guys can really push each other to higher levels. Nobody has to like slow down for the other person. And I think that'd be fabulous.
yeah. I thought he was taller until I met him, and then I really like looking down at him. I'm like, oh, I thought you were way taller, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, man. Yeah, you got like I said, you guys are right there. It's like the same person. It's like I thought everybody from Canada looked like you guys for a second.
that's funny. That's funny.
Oh man.
It's cool.
So well, brother. Let's talk about the future. Like you said, you're gonna be a scrapyard competitor for life. Next event is January 24th, and you plan on being there.
Yep.
Type of match you're going to be doing is going to be boxing again,
Boxing. Yeah.
right? Wonderful.
Yeah.
Another. How many times do you plan on competing this year, if all goes well, at the scrapyard?
As much as I can.
I love it.
As much
So
as I can. Yeah.
every month, if I can make it, I'll be there. I love
Yeah.
it, bro.
Yeah. I'd fight every day there if I could.
Oh man, it's gonna be bad for your speech. But hey, that's awesome. That's the kind of people that we love having at Scrapyard, bro. Like I said, you embody that fighter spirit. We saw it in the Gilchrist match. I'm excited to see what you have in store for us in the future. Yeah, man. Why don't we let the audience know where they can find you so they can help, so they can continue to follow your combat journey and maybe even look up some of those past performances in the ring if there's any available out there on like YouTube or anything.
No, wrestling wise, back then, there's nothing on YouTube. There used to be back in the day, but it's all been removed.
Dang.
So
Maybe we'll get an old VHS somewhere, guys.
that's what I
Hopefully.
mean, man. Like I can dig up maybe
Yeah.
some photos or something from the past if anyone is asking for it. But pretty much, I'm on Facebook and Instagram, TikTok, Letto250.
Hell yeah.
So you can find me.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time, Lucky Lefty, and doing this podcast with me tonight. Again, like I said, bro, I'm going to be watching you on the 24th. As always, we're going to keep in contact through social media. Uh, thank you again for being such a huge supporter of the show and everything we have going on.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, bro, I'll be talking to you soon, okay?
All right, dude.
All right, brother. Have a great night.
You too.
All right, bye. Oh man, what a exciting individual, man. Like I said, Lucky Lefty, he is one to watch out for there in the scrapyard. This guy likes to bang, he's no stranger to pain. So a lot of exciting things coming out the scrapyard in the near future. Be sure to tune into their what is it, the January 24th event. It's the first event of the 2026 year. You're going to need to get the pay-per-view access to see it. If you have that, reach out to me, and if you'd like to be a part of the watch party, like I said, Red Fox will be hosting it this time. I'm gonna probably be on for a little bit, then later on I'm gonna have to leave to go and corner one of our competitors at a local amateur event. The competitor is Chef, so be sure to get your tickets for the NWC. I believe they're on sale now. Speaking of the NWC, tomorrow, which is Monday, the January 12th, I am going to be having on Austin Springer, former UFC Bellator fighter and the owner promoter of the NWC. So if you'd like to watch that, that'll be tomorrow at 8 p.m. And as always, guys, have yourselves a great and safe night. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for watching. Talk to y'all later. Bye.